Hello twin flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Welcome to my channel, whether you're new or coming back. I appreciate having you all here, guys. Today's gonna be a quick read. We're just gonna jump in, see what's going on with the twins. Also got my angel therapy cards, so we'll get some guidance from those. Whew. And yeah, I'll let you be with it. I have been doing the longer readings recently, so I decided to, for a change, just to do a quick checkup. I'll start with an oracle deck as usual. Wisdom of the Oracle is the one I got today, and then we'll move on with tarot. Okay. Of course, if you like the video, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment. Appreciate all your love, guys, all the comments and messages that you're leaving me. This is really encouraging and also helps me understand what you're interested in and what to focus on. And like I said, I will be posting some additional videos. So far, I've mostly been doing tarot on this channel, but I'll start to be posting a lot more around both mindfulness and navigating spiritual paths in terms of inner work and things like that. Maybe some additional tools and techniques that I use for myself and on my journey. Let's see what we have for Divine Feminine Collective. Oops. Between Worlds, number 3. So it's transformation energy, and to me it immediately speaks to the eclipse season. We're in the middle of it, actually. So we had the eclipse season is considered like the time between, like, eclipses usually go in pairs, the lunar and the solar eclipse. We just had the solar eclipse on the 30th of April. We have a lunar eclipse coming up on the 16th of May. So we're in between of those two dates. We're in the eclipse season. And to me, that's what it is. This is like this transition period. It's like a frying pan where, you know, you put in the ingredients and they are cooking and something new is being created. So that's what I feel is happening for, well, for everybody really, but specifically for Divine Feminines. It's important to keep in mind that this is the transition period. So if anything, if you have any tower moments or new insights, that's expected. And you can even, you know, say some affirmations or a prayer with that intention in mind, so that you have that extra guidance on the path, so that you know what's the next turn and stuff like that. For masculines, I also love that this flamingo has got a crown on his head, and the crown is actually in this new, the new part, the colorful part. So it's like you're stepping into your Empress mode. What do we have for the masculines? Mending, number 52. So to me, that's also part of the transformation, but more about recovery and filling the gaps I'm hearing. You know, like there were some broken parts or some pieces that, you know, like sometimes you have a detail in a device that is funky or isn't working as well as it used to. So kind of like tuning, what's it called? Yeah, well, I mean, basically giving yourself a tune-up, right, to your life. That's what DMs are doing right now. And yeah, I'm being drawn to these guys. Actually, they both have wings. So they're either fairies, they're little angels, look more like fairies actually. But anyway, you have help, Divine Masculines have help of your guides and of other entities around you with this work, which is magical, of course. I'm just getting this vibe, like really lighthearted energy, and you know, doing it in a joyful way, not like kind of like I'm broken and I need to do a lot of work to fix it. No, more like there are certain parts of my life that need a tune-up, and I'm revisiting it now. I'm noticing what's going on, and I'm gonna put in some energy to work on it. Let's see what we have as a tarot. What's the energy like for Divine Feminines right now? All right, 5 of Cups. Ugh, we'll pull some clarifiers. What about masculines? And by the way, since I'm back, you're welcome to submit your requests for the personal readings or coaching sessions. As usual, the turnaround is, within 24, 36 hours. And if you have any specific requests, any custom readings, or if you have other questions on what I do, just send me an email and we can figure it out. So Swords, love it. What about the connections happening in Twin Flame connection right now? Queen of Swords. A lot of air energy today. Let's clarify Five of Cups. All right. Please clarify Ace of Swords. Please clarify Queen of Swords. Okay. By the way, I got some beautiful crystals in Sedona, so I might put them on the display here somewhere. They are beautiful. And I'll probably do some videos on crystal work as well, because it's quite powerful, and I think it's important. If you're on this journey, it's important to have all the tools you can, right, to support you. And crystals have definitely played a big part in my journey. So, Divine Feminine, so you have Five of Cups, clarified by Page of Cups, and the High Priestess. Yeah, so what I'm seeing here is there is a certain contrast that the feminine is seeing between the reality and the, what is wanted, what is desired, kind of a secret fantasy sort of club. Also seeing the contrast between the potential in your own right, in what you can do and what currently you have accomplished in 3D, right? So kind of potential versus achievement. And there is a gap there, and that's what's getting you into this grieving mode. But what I need to tell you is that the reason you're being shown this contrast is obviously not for you to sort of sit and cry on it or get upset or whatever. It's for you to see how much more there is, it is to come and to do. It's how much more, it's what to be excited about. It's kind of like, wow, it's not the end of the movie. It's just like, first act sort of of the play, right? It's the first act. I'm just getting started. I'm just figuring it all out. Just getting ready for my big piece here. So to me, this is, that's part of the transformation, right? You're getting set up and you're getting all these visions and ideas to get excited and to know where to go next. And it doesn't mean that you necessarily get an idea and you immediately know how to achieve it, or what does it mean for your light work or for your twin flame connection, right? But that's the trick. Like, you journal it, you note it down for yourself, and with time, you might just get another insight that will tell you how does it fit in your context. Or you will be, if you're supporting that energy with your intention, you will meet someone who will help you put those pieces together and give you a more solid plan, how can you make it happen. I know that's my journey, and that's usually the pattern I follow. Not always. Sometimes it's already all kind of feels like it's already solid, it's all figured out, and I can just go for it. Sometimes it feels more like a fantasy, it's like a dream, or yeah, it would be great if I could do that. I guess it would work. I mean, sounds fun. I'm excited, but I have no idea where to start, right? But then I'm still praying on it. I'm still living with that intention. I'm still being open to receiving more information from the universe to support me there. You can ask your angels, you can ask your guides, your higher self to give you more information, to support you in how do you get started with this. Like, okay, thank you. I got your message. Now, Where do I start? These are the questions I immediately have, stuff like that. For masculines, we have Ace of Swords, clarified by Nine of Pentacles. To me, this is clear that they are focusing at this time on their own well-being, on their own stability, and their own, I wanted to say pleasures, I guess, but like not in a sexual way, but like pleasures of life, like all levels, you know, for the mind, for the body, like making themselves comfortable and setting themselves up so they can feel that elated excitement and joy, and that can help them get the new ideas, see the truth, you know, to be able to tell what's the karmic energy, what's true stuff, etc., etc. So that's what they're working on, to get the clarity, to see the truth. But in order to achieve that, they need to take care of themselves so that their lens is clear, the lens through which they're seeing what's going on around, and they're seeing themselves as well. Okay, for the connection, we have Queen of Swords clarified by Eight of Wands. So the twins actually both working towards being more strict and precise with how they lead their life. Not like kind of like, you know, if we take an example with healthy nutrition, like not like, yeah, I'm just gonna, like, I decided not to eat fast food, but just this once I'm gonna eat, I don't know, a pack of French fries. And then 2 days later, like, yeah, well, I know I'm not supposed to have all this fatty food, but just today, I mean, my friends are going out, I'm gonna join them. It sounds like it's gonna be delicious, I'm just gonna have it. And you know, you keep slipping off that. So now twins are kind of tightening that up in a good way, not in like self-deprecating way, but more around, you know, I want to be clear in my commitment, to stick to it, to follow it through. And this will allow me to be more authentic, to be more me, because whatever these new goals are, they're supposed to help you cleanse the energy, to heal certain things, and to vibrate, you know, more authentic, to be higher vibe, to be able to receive, like this is the communication card, right? To be able to receive and also to give out the energy that you truly vibrate, that you truly like to live in. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be perfect first time around, but at least this is the attempt to go higher and not to have to go back and forth. Because as soon as you fall into the old patterns, whatever they are, nutrition was just an example, you still need to then make an effort to get back up, right? It's like climbing up a cliff, and you go back down and you're climbing it up. And you're basically wasting your energy on going back and forth within the same route, you know? The same goes if you are stuck in a 3D job that is draining your energy, or you are in relationships that are not serving you. Like any and all of those apply. And twins are now seeing what it is, and they're trying to clear their life from those unhealthy patterns, move on to the healthy ones. Okay, last but not least, I'm gonna pull one card for each twin. We'll start with Divine Feminine with some angel therapy advice. For the feminines, we have shield yourself. Protect yourself from harsh affair-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing that's surrounding you. It's pretty cool. And for the masculines, so this is I'm hearing this is important for you to have that safe space where you can freely create, you can dream, you can pray, you can be you. It's like a creative sandbox. But you need to feel safe first and foremost in order to be able to go with that. For masculines, we have books. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. And I would just expand on that, because we're in 2022 now. It doesn't have to be books, right? It can be all kinds of things. Like I have a blog, I write there, right? You can do posts on social media, and that's writing as well. You can do podcasts, and that's also creative writing, because you need to prepare your material, right? So it doesn't have to be just books, but definitely it looks like Divine Masculine is on the verge of discovering those new talents or understanding how to apply them. Okay, I'll leave you with this, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been my pleasure serving you. I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Love you all.